What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? Let me know if you can hear me. What's up, Corey, Sharon, Chrissy? And Chrissy, I saw you some work you did recently, and that thing was nice. You hear me? You did some excellent work. Nicole, Creative Peace LLC, is in the building. Rona, what's up? Miss Sexy and Ness, what's up? Cheryl. Yes, Corey, thank you for telling everybody to like the video. Yes, y'all like it. Y'all know y'all gonna like what we got going on tonight. So go ahead and hit the like button so you don't forget, like I be forgetting to tell y'all to hit the like button. All right, so I'm really glad that you all told me that you want to do this type of project. I think I'll do that more often. Just, go ahead and see what it is that you like and what you need for your businesses, because I did get a lot of feedback on this one. So I'm going to do a demo of how you would produce this type of result with any of the Innate Lab templates, whether it's the 13 by 19 or the all over templates. Okay, so basically, let's go ahead. As a matter of fact, so this was my art for 104, class number 104. And I'm actually going to give you this, so I have done it all over again. But we're going to demonstrate it again, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to take out all of the art off of this. So basically, this is what it would look like. And I need a barcode. Let's do this. Let's do a barcode. Let's see if there's a barcode creator. Oh, you know what you should do? Maybe instead of a barcode, I'm going to put a barcode just in case to make it look realistic. Let's see. I'm looking online right now to see if I can get a little barcode generator. I don't know what this is. Let me try it out. Don't do this yet. I'm just trying this out real quick while we get some more folks online. What if I wanted people to go to my website? innatelab.com. It's a QR code, and I'm sure there are plenty of QR codes that that you all could or plenty of QR code websites that you can go to create something. Let's see, but that's a barcode. Let me see if and this is one thing I'll do. I'll create a barcode, and let's just create like a random number there. And then I'm going to make it large. And then what I think I'll do is I'll make a space on here if I can kind of figure out this text, this font. We'll make it customizable. So let's go with the, my bad. We'll go with the one that's kind of cleaner where you can type up underneath it. Alright, so there's a barcode. I'm going to go with the large size. Nobody's going to be scanning these. Now, a QR code somebody will scan. So if you want somebody to go to your website, you can do a QR code. I'm going to go ahead and put this here. So that's a barcode. And then let's go with the QR code too, just to remind you. Let me go back a second. I lied. I must have scanned past it too quick. I don't remember all of these options. Here we go. So let's create one for the website, just so we can have that. And I would suggest that if you're going to do something like this, then go ahead and do it for your business. That way, if somebody just happens to scan it, they can go ahead and scan for your business. And then we'll just download the JPEG version of this. Oh, Lord. Okay, it's starting. I don't know if this is the website y'all want to use. This is my first time doing this. So I'm going to do Innate Lab QR code. Or just put QR. Let me see what it looks like before I tell y'all to do anything. Right click, extract all. Alright, so I have a QR as well. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to the template before we get started, so that'll be there for you all. Let's grab this one and this one. And I'm just going to drag and drop it here. And then this will just be embedded in the file for you. Now what I think I'm going to do here is go ahead and take off this number. If I want to line these up, I'm just going to take the two barcodes and I'm going to align them down the center, vertically and horizontally. And then what I'll do for the barcode, it'll remain a smart object. This is a PNG. I'm going to go ahead and take these numbers off. Let me go ahead and select this color as my foreground color, just in case it's not a true white. That's my foreground color, so then that way when I hit delete, I'm going to tell it to do the foreground color. I'll make that nice and white. So if you actually have a code that you want to change out there, you absolutely can, but let's go ahead and put some text on there. And as far as the font here, let's see if I have more of like a typewriter type font. And I believe Lucida Sans is a free font that's on your computers. So we'll go with that. And then the text color, I'll just make it black. Zoom out a little bit, make that smaller. Control 0 to zoom in. Make it a little bit smaller because usually they're smaller and towards the center. I'll hit enter to lock in that transformation, bring that down just a little bit. And then I'm going to take these two and link them so that wherever I move one, it will move the other. And I'm just moving the QR code so that the text matches up with both the barcode and the QR code. And we're going to go ahead and link all three of those. Alright, there we go. Anything else that y'all need added to this before we get started? The barcode is one of those things that was recommended before I decided to, well, right before I decided to go live. So I just want to make sure that I incorporate what you all need for this type of project. Alright, barcodes in place. Also want y'all to know that these nutritional effects here are editable. It's a smart object, so if you double click on it, I have the B-Day facts. I did a shirt some years ago, the Jesus facts, and then this is pretty much what I designed back then. So this is also an image that you can do as a full-on template. I know y'all have seen the Nutrition Facts style shirts, and this is something that you can use for that type of project. Oh, I'm sorry, RCT3 Warrior. I'm so sorry, love. I hope that you heal and you feel better and you are full force and above when you get over this thing. All right, my love, but I'm definitely happy to see you here with us and hanging out and doing something positive with your mind and your mental while you're getting over this sickness. All right, love, so before I get started on pulling any t-shirt template in here, I am going to just show you the ins and outs of this very simple template. So the size of it, if we go to image size, it is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So basically you can print this borderless if you don't want to have like the little white edges, or have to trim the white edges. But when you print borderless, be prepared because it does take longer to print. And if you're printing back to back like a lot of copies, it can cause issues. Or let's say you're taking this to a printer to have it printed, they're probably not going to do borderless printing, especially with a laser printer, so you are going to have to do some trimming, okay? But just to let you know, this is 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to go ahead and take this resolution. Well, this is 8.5 by 11, so we're going to leave it, we'll leave it 300 DPI because it's a small file. Usually I'm doing those big old 13 by 19 and all over shirt files, and they don't need to be 300 DPI. All right, so let's get into it. You have your barcode like I just demonstrated to you, so I'm going to go ahead and put that in a folder. I'm just going to Control Shift all and select those layers, and then I'm going to call this barcode. All right, so of course you are able to edit that. And then the next thing are the nutrition facts. And then I'm going to tell you all to double click, because sometimes you won't know that these are smart objects unless I tell you to double click. So you double click on this thumbnail here, and then it'll allow you to open that up and edit it, okay? And then I have this layer that says turn off for print. I'm gonna drag this all the way to the top so you remember to turn that off. These are your guidelines here, just to give you an idea of where your folds are going to be. Now, I don't recommend that you put text all the way up to these lines, because when you fold, sometimes you can fold over your text. So just be mindful of these general areas. And then of course you have some borders here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Some people will choose to use the borders, some won't. And in this case, you have your left and right border and your top and bottom border. And I'm going to show you more about changing the color of those based on the artwork that you do and bring in. Okay, and then here is just like a general text area here where you can say thank you, and you can also put some images here. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and open up 104. Now, if you're not a member of the Academy and you don't have access to 104, I am going to give you the 104 template. I'm going to go ahead and open it. Where is it? All right, so this is the 104 template. This is what you get whenever you open up the 104 course in the Academy. And it comes automatic as soon as you join the Academy. You have this template. But for the sake of doing this class, for those of you who may not be a part of the Academy or may not have this template, you're actually going to get this template anyhow, because I want to make sure everybody starts on the same page. So I'm going to go ahead and save this in my 144 folder. And the same thing that we're doing to bring this 13 by 19 is, the 13 by 19 in is the same way that you will bring an all over in, and I'll demonstrate that after we do this one, okay? So what I'm going to do, the very first thing that I do when I have a template that I'm going to bring into any kind of resize situation, if I'm going to bring it into a pillow template because it's going to be a square, if I'm going to bring it into a big old long banner, I'm going to do the same step, and I'm going to start doing more of these conversion projects with you all, okay? So I'm going to take everything from the top all the way to the bottom layer, and I held down shift and I'm going to click this bottom layer. Then I'm going to do Control G. You see how that creates a group? I'm going to name this group 104 Art. So this just lets me know this is all the artwork from 104. Well, now that I have this group selected, I can pick it up, drag it, and bring it on over to my template. Now it says it has a different depth. Are you sure you want to proceed? I'm going to go ahead and say yes. All right, and automatically you can see how this 13 by 19 ratio image fits in this template. So I'm going to go ahead and do Control T, and I need Barista Script, so I'm going to go ahead and install that font and make sure that I have that font for you all. Oh, might as well show you this process too. Now I'll give you the link, but I'm going to find it right now. Barista Script font. Anytime there's a font that you don't have on your system and it tells you that, just do a general Google search for it. There it is, Barista font. And then I'm going to download it, show it in the folder, right click, extract all. And usually you'll have two different files. One will be an OTF and one is a TTF. I usually choose a smaller font, a smaller file size. And it says it's already installed, so I'm going to go ahead and just reinstall it just in case. Alright. So I'm good on that now. I made sure that I had that font installed. And let's go to our 104 folder here, and I'm going to do Control T. Have to be on the move tool though, so Control T once I select the folder. All right, and then I have to zoom out a little bit because my artboard is smaller than the artwork right now, so I'm just readjusting it until I can fit it visually in the space that I want. And when I get it where I want it, I'm going to press enter to lock in that transformation. I'm going to do Control 0 just to zoom into the whole extent of the artboard. And you may very well want to work just like this, because you may want a color background or some other kind of wallpaper background, and then maybe you want to leave this layer mask on. That's perfectly fine. But what I'm going to show you how to do is, in one easy step, go ahead and make the whole t-shirt file be the entire artwork that you need for your chip bag. So I'm going to open up the art folder, because that's everything from this template here. And I'm actually going to close out of this template. Okay. And now I'm solely working in here. Now this is fully editable. So this is a large file. So you're doing this so that you can lay out and make sure that this coordinates with your shirt design, but maybe the shirt design isn't necessarily the scale that you need it to be, or the ratio that you need it to be for a particular project. And this is what you would do to fix that. So I'm going to make sure I right click here. I'm going to go to the background, and then I'm going to right click on this layer mask and go to disable the layer mask. Okay, and you see I have my background here, which was intended for an all-over shirt, but I broke it down for the 13 by 19 version. So let's go ahead and make sure that this artwork fulfills this entire background. So right now I'm going to go ahead and turn off my borders so I can see the entire extent of my artwork here. Now I'm right clicking on the artwork because this is telling me what I'm touching. And I want to grab the grunge brick, do Control T, that's transform. And I just want to drag it to the extents here. Now because this is brick, it's a little abstract, so it should not matter if I stretch it out a little bit. I can do that, but if I wanted to maintain my proportions, then I would make sure this stays locked and I do not hit shift. But for the sake of making this clean cut inside of here, I am going to kind of squish that down. Alright, so now we have our brick background, and of course the recoloring back here, the gradient, fully fills this space. And I'm not redesigning on this one. What we're going to do is we're going to learn how to pull it in, and then the objective of the class is not really how to design this particular template, because this is what class number 104 was. What it is to teach you is how to bring in your templates from another orientation or style or size and be able to resize it for whatever project you're working on. Alright, so I got this. It looks like it fits in here really well. I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to bring back the borders. Okay, now the borders are just some solid colors. You can also add patterns or textures here. So what I'm going to do is, let's say I'm going to do a pattern here. Let me see if I have any patterns installed here. Let's say we're going to do kind of like a Chanel pattern, which this is, or we could do our LV. Now these are patterns. We did a whole class on creating your own pattern. This is one, initials, basically done in the style of. So these are literally your logos and initials. You know what, let's go. There we go. This is my new Innate Academy little logo. We'll go with this one. Alright, so this is a pattern. I'm not expecting you to do a pattern for this class. I'm just showing you that you can do something in this border area besides a single color. Alright, now if I wanted to only apply to this border, I'm going to right click and create a clipping mask. Alt click and drag that here. Create a clipping mask again. So for homework, basically what you're going to do is you're going to find a background that we can place into the borders, or you can actually replace the background here with it, just to let you understand that versatility. So I'm keeping the colors, I'm just adding the logo to it. Okay, and then of course these areas that are colored, you can change them by changing the fill color here. And if you click right here on the color, the kind of gradient color scale there, you can pick anywhere in this artwork. Let's choose like this dark denim blue. You see how that changes the blue stripe here? Now I'm just going to undo that so we can keep the red there. But these are just areas for you to color if you want to add a little bit of visual impact. Okay, so let's do this. We have completed the project. I don't know if y'all know that or not, but the entire project was to bring in a template, resize it, and make it work for the function of this chip bag. So the only other thing I need to do is show you how to change the nutrition facts. So we'll double click on that. It's a smart object, and you can grab your text tool and you can just double click on anything that you want to change, and Let's say I wanted to put TikTok on there as part of the birthday facts, then I would make sure that I type my text, and then you're going to just hit tab until these line up. Okay, so if I wanted to change that and save those changes, which I just did, I would just exit out of here and hit yes to save. But because I don't want to save that, I'm going to tell it no, I don't want to save it. So I'm going to go to my move tool. That way it allows me the chance to save. Alright, so once we have this saved as is, so we have the borders, we have the nutrition facts, we have the QR code or the barcode there, and of course we have our standard image here. Then all we're going to do from here is file, and then we're going to save. You can save as at this point. Matter of fact, we need to turn off, you see this little green here, we need to turn that off. And then we'll go to File, Save As, and we're just going to save it as a JPEG. And of course here we have to go to Save a Copy with the new Photoshop. Let's go to JPEG. And then I'm just going to call this one 824. And then we're going to bring it into our mockup. So the mockup file, you'll be getting that one as well for free. So let's go ahead and pull up our mockup. And this is extremely simple. And as soon as I finish mocking this up or showing you how this mockup works, we're going to do basically a fun version of this all over again. Okay, so bear with me. Let's right click. We have the chip bag folder, we have the front design, and then the back design. So don't move anything around, just only double click. So I'm double clicking on the artwork here, and it's going to change the artwork for the front and the back because it's all a smart object. Okay, so I'm just going to hit enter to lock in those details, and I forgot to put my text back on this side, so we'll just mock it up and see what it looks like. As a matter of fact, where is the text? There we go, so our text is there. And let's say, like, if you wanted to put an image here, and this is probably what you want to do. You may want to drop an image here. Here, let's just take the photo itself. And then this will make it a smart object. I'm just going to alt click and drag it. A little cutie patootie right there. And maybe I'll bring down the opacity. Let's see. No, I think I like it full scale. And I like that her shoes are real colorful and match the theme. So I'm going to leave it just like this. And then I'm just going to save another copy and save over that previous version, JPEG. Alright, so let's go back here and let's change out our 144 image, double click. And I'm just dragging and dropping it from my folder onto the artboard. There we go. Alright, so now when we close out of this, it's going to ask us if we want to update. And I'm saying yes. And as you can see, the artwork has updated with the pattern image on the top and bottom here, as well as right down there in the center of the bag. And then it also has that image on the back of the bag now. Now let's go back and see what it looks like when we use the version that does not have any of the borders. So I'm going to leave that one on there just so you can see the difference. So this is no borders, just the image going to the edge. And believe it or not, I actually like the borders. It gives it a little contrast at the top and bottom of the bag, but you don't have to add that. And that is truly, truly how simple this is. All right, and then of course, if you're working this out as a 13 by 19 print, you should definitely mock that up on the shirt. And then this is the all over version of that same exact file. You can double click and change these smart objects as well. So if you do choose to update that art, then that'll be available to you. So I think I'm going to do the one with the pattern. I liked it better. Let me turn that one on and save that update. Alright, so now what we're going to do is this entire process again, but I'm going to use a different template. I'm going to use an all over template this time. So my mock-up is good to go. I'm going to make sure that I save it. And that was really quick, y'all. Probably the hardest thing is understanding how you're going to orient your artwork from a shirt design to other substrates. So we are going to be doing a lot more of these style classes so that you get comfortable using these themes and these templates in any application. All right, so let's see, what is a popular, oh, I know, graduation. Graduation is popular for this style thing. So let's take our ever so popular graduation template. What was it, 125, which was really popular. Let's go to class number 125. And this is just me doing this off the top of my head. I didn't practice this or anything, so y'all are going to do it in real time with me. So 125 looks like that. Let me do the all over version of it, just so that I can show you it works. It has the same concept, whether it's an all over template or a 13 by 19 template. All right, and thank you, Eve, for answering those questions for us. That's our admin of the Innate Creators Facebook group, Erica Kane. And Erica also teaches Bling and Sub, so y'all make sure that you check out her channel, and she has some classes upcoming as well. Oh yeah, Alicia, don't worry about Photoshop. We basically break down Photoshop for you so that you're able to do some really superb designs without having to have, you know, years and years of experience. That's the whole objective of what we're doing with the templates and with offering you all basically the same level of design that I would be creating. With my 20 years of Photoshop, you can absolutely create those same works of art with just understanding how to manipulate these templates. Yeah, the mock-up's going to update the front and back at the same time, Corey. That's exactly right. And that's why I wanted to show you this, because Corey is one of our coaches, and Corey's going to be showing us how to do the actual, like, the physical chip bags. I don't make this stuff. Like, I try my hand at stuff just to try it. But my goal is to be able to do something to the point where I can teach it. So I don't really offer that setup, but so many of you do. And you all have been asking, well, how do I use the templates for other applications like chip bags, like banners, you know, like pillows and those sort of things. So my goal is to show you how you can break down these same templates and use them in other places. That was the mock-up. I need... There it is. Now this is going to be a big file, so hopefully my live doesn't get affected when it opens. Okay, it's not that large. It opened right up. Okay, so you see this whole all over here for the adult small, and I want y'all to know this is class number 125. It simultaneously helps you design a 13 by 19 and all over and the stole itself, so that you can market that, you know, without having to do the work over and over and over again. All right, so... And essentially that's what you're doing too right now. Once you design a shirt, you just bring the whole artwork over into a template, and then now you have a graduation chip bag template. Okay, where before maybe nobody wanted the chip bags until they physically saw you do the mock-up, and that's where you convince people what they want is what they see. All right, so let's go ahead and grab this artwork. And I mean, everything here, I'll grab everything just because this is how I told y'all to do it. So everything from the top layer, scroll down all the way to the bottom layer. I'm gonna hold down Shift and grab all of that. And we're gonna do this in class together with the 104 template, just so you get used to these steps. Then we're gonna do Control G, which is to group, and I'm gonna call this 125 art, okay? Same exact process. Now I'm going to take this entire art folder. Now this is probably going to be a lot bigger because it is an all-over design. So I'm going to drag and drop it right into my template. Yes, I want to proceed. It might take a little time. This is big artwork for a small paper. And Latrice says she's been using the templates for treat favors for a couple years now, and she loves it. Awesome, Latrice. Well, I'm very proud of you. I love it when you all can take any of these tools and apply them in different places. All right, so I'm going to turn off the 104 art, and right now I have my 125 art there, but it's huge, right? So I'm going to do Control T, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit. You see how big that all over work is, and I'm just bringing it down to where I can see the majority of the image. I'm not paying attention to the fact that it was a t-shirt before. I just want to know how I can make this a cool chip bag. And let me go ahead and turn back on my guidelines here where it says turn off for print. I'm going to turn those little green lines back on. All right, there we go. And I can see I can be a bit more centered with my artwork here. All right, that looks like it's it right there. That's where my magenta lines popped up. And this is essentially a shirt design, but I can start to get rid of, for instance, I don't need my outline of the t-shirt anymore. Now these files do get large, so you don't want to keep doing this, putting several different templates on one blank. You want to basically have one template per blank because these files can get huge, as you know. Now if it was necessary, it's not even necessary for me to redesign my art, because the way that I set the t-shirt templates up is so that they are essentially a 13 by 19 and an all-over print. So now we just have it to where our work may or may not reach these borders, but all we do is right click, find that background, Control T, which is to transform it, and I'm just going to push that background out to the edge, hit enter, and then there is this part of the background here, probably that gradient, which looks like it might be a smart color. I'm going to Control T that, see how it's stopping short? I'm just going to drag it out to the edge there. Even if I'm going to use my borders, I'm just going to do that just in case. Now everything else reaches the edge. So I can determine at this point, and now let's go ahead and change this. Let's change this to grad facts, right? So let's go to our, double click the nutrition facts, and we'll duplicate this layer. And I'm going to turn off B-Day facts, and now I'm going to call this grad facts. So if I double click that T, it's going to select all of this text, and I'm just going to type grad facts, serving size 1, special graduate. And you might have things that you want to put here. I have no idea, but I'm just going to make up some stuff right now. So this is 1,000. Let's put success here. All right, and then what are some things that we can think of theme-wise for graduation? I'm just making this up off the top of the dome, but we might put intelligence, and I might even misspell something on purpose. or maybe not on purpose, just to show y'all that we need to use the spell check from time to time. So you have intelligence, you have what you have your sports, you have your scholarship, and whether it's like scholarship, like they received a scholarship, or just scholarship, just saying in general, being a scholarly individual. What else? Of course, laughter, friends and family is probably still a good one. Memories is still a good one. Surprises, I might take that one out. And let's see. I'm trying to think. I don't know. Is high school that far away that I don't remember anything that's like relevant in this scenario? You know what? Maybe I'll do. Let's see. I'm trying to think of one word to replace here. Y'all help me out. Help me out a little bit. I don't want to do surprises. There you go. So, and you can put whatever specific sports too. So if they were like you said, Corey, if it was cheer, if it was football, whatever the case may be, I just put sports there just as general. But maybe I'll put clubs here, right? So if they had any clubs or any associations, that would be good. Oh yeah, Latrice, I remember the Dragon Ball Z one. Yeah, you did an excellent job with that. Definitely share it with the group. Okay, so we got the graph facts here. And then percent daily values are based on, this one says a happy and healthy lifetime. Maybe you want to do percent daily value are based on this is harder to do than I think of. Like, just thinking of things off the top of your head is kind of I'm drawing blanks here. Let's say a successful senior year. All right, so you can put whatever you want there, y'all. Please be a little more creative than this, because I'm drawing blanks right now. But basically, I'm showing you how you can make this whatever. So you got some grad facts there. You got some birthday facts there. You got to even have the Jesus facts there, right? So basically, these become, like, if you wanted to, you could save these as 13 by 19s, and you can actually print these on shirts. Oh, I like that. An outstanding, maybe I'll say an outstanding senior class based on an outstanding senior class. I like that. Let me put it in there because that's supposed to be in. All right, so we have our grad facts. Let's update that. Boom, there it is. Okay, so let's say this is the design. Of course, my mock-up here, I had an all-over shirt, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the guidelines here so I can save this. So I'm going to export this one. Let me zoom out a little bit. So we'll have the 13 by 19 and we'll have the all over here. And I'm going to go ahead and save the artboard to files. Oh, before I run this, let me go ahead and save my work. And I have a lot of things open right now, so I am going to save. And then that way, this one I can file, export, artboard to files, and I'm going to export all of these artboards. And I want this to go to my 144 folder. And we have JPEG. We're going to do, I'm going to take off export selected artboards because I wanted to export all of the artboards, and quality is 12. Let's run it. All right, and like I said, the class for tomorrow is not necessarily about editing the templates because we already edited the templates in the 125 class and the 104 class. But what I would like for you to see is that you can take any of these templates and make them into a treat bag template, or make them into a coordinating item that I don't have a template for. So a lot of you do tumblers. This is the way that you can modify the artwork to fit a tumbler template, or modify the artwork to make the pillows and that sort of thing. So it is not, once you understand this process, it's not difficult to convert your templates to other blank template sizes. Thanks, Corey. Corey says the best template I've seen thus far. Yeah, that graduation template got a lot of folks through graduation season. You all told me that that was probably one of your most used templates, and the fact that it designed the graduation stoles with the shirts, I think was a real game changer for a lot of you all. And I never would have thought of that if it hadn't been for you all. So when you all kind of show me what it is that you need in this design world, my job is to help you make solutions. Here we go. Artboard files was successful. I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to close out of this without making any changes to that. All right, so here we are. We can bring back our borders now if we want to. And then maybe in this case, I want my borders to be different colors. So let's change that up. So I have my grad facts. And let's go ahead now and change this top border color. And you can do all 4 borders could be different colors. It's all up to you. I can double click on this fill color here on the side. Oops, I just mistakenly added a gradient there, but you know gradients are my thing. I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of the colors from the logo here. So let's say I grab that blue for the top, and maybe for this one on the side. Now only one of these are going to show the overlap, so I'm just going to make the side ones the same colors because it exactly lays on top of one another. And this already has the red, but just for the sake of showing you that I can choose a different red, I'm going to choose this red from the logo there. Same thing with this one. I'll choose the red from the logo there. There we go. And then let's say for the one at the bottom, if I wanted to do some other color than the blue, let's say I go with the silver, just to show you that it can be different colors. Okay. And let's say that's it. If you want to change this text here, you just go to your text tool, your T right there, and then you can change out this text. And I left this very, very simple. It just has a drop shadow on it. It's just regular old text with a little drop shadow. So I did not want to overcomplicate this template because I want y'all to understand that y'all can do this even if it looks daunting. Okay, so that's my 125 art. There's my 104 art. Same concept. All right, so now let's go ahead and save this as a JPEG. I have to turn off these little ugly green lines though. So let's go to File. I'm going to save as a copy. Save it as a JPEG. And now I'm going to put just 125 because that's my 125 template behind it. All right, so now let's go back to our mock-up. So my 144 mock-up is somewhere here. All right, now I'm going to save this as mock-up number 2, just because I don't want to give y'all a file that's too big. You only need the one with the 1 layer. So I'm going to edit this. Alright, so all I'm going to do is double click on that chip bag image. Drag and drop my image on top that we just created. That's my chip bag template. Drag and drop it right there. And we need it to be on top so you can see it. And I'm going to go ahead and turn off the eyeball or the visibility of the other layers. And that looks good to me. Let's see how it looks applied. I'm going to hit yes to update the smart object. And that quick, it changed out the chip bag there. You can see that? Alright, now I will also go ahead and show you how it would be to change out the shirt design. I'll double click here. Now to change out the shirt design, you're going to drag and drop the image, hit enter to lock in the transformation. All of your all over images should fit right here exactly. Now what's going to happen is you're going to have to flatten this image, and that's because these images are so large. I don't want you collecting images here in your smart objects. So once I close out of this, it will update the all over image. There we go. See how the all over shirt changed? And same thing for the 13 by 19. I can right click on the 13 by 19 image. And drag it, drop it right there. I'm going to right click and flatten the image here. And that 13 by 19 image updated here on my template. So same process, entirely different template. This time it was an all over template instead of a 13 by 19 template, and it's just that easy. So I want you all to and I probably could have put a photo or something on this side. I didn't, but I very well could have dragged one of these images onto the back area here. Okay, so I would just save that. And that's it. So I do want you all to tell me what of these types of templates do y'all want me to make? The blank templates and the mock-ups to go with it. I know you all do the skinny tumblers, and I didn't think about this. We did one. I didn't show you how to convert it, but we did a mock-up with a skinny tumbler. So if y'all are doing skinny tumblers like that, I don't do them personally. I'm gonna start showcasing those in the academy, just so that we can show people how to make them and how to design them. So I will be making those template for pillows. I already have one for the graduation stole. So if there's anything else you can think of that you need to see designed for a certain orientation or mocked up a certain way, I'm going to start making the new content basically where yes, you can design a t-shirt, but it also propagates to other templates and designs. Okay, but I need you all to tell me what it is that you need, and then from there we help build solutions together. Alright, so I'm going to open back up my chip bag. This is here, and then I have to clean it up. So basically, so when you get it, it's going to have absolutely no art in it. Okay, so I know it's sad, but I got to delete it out, and it wasn't that much work. Alright, so I will be uploading this class. You may not see it tonight, depending on how long it takes to upload all this stuff. but you will, if you are a VIP member, which is a $60 a month member, you will see the coupon code to take this class for free. And for those who might be new, anytime we do an academy course, the VIP members are allowed to do the regular live sessions for free. They're usually on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then if you are a standard member, the $30 member, you can use your 67% off coupon code in order to take the class. Chrissy Pooh says, besides shirts, pillows are a big seller. Okay, when you use the templates, awesome. So yeah, we definitely need to start showcasing that. That way we help people figure out how to make the most of anything that you purchase. And granted, I could just make templates for every type of substrate and charge separately for them. I don't feel like that is a practical use of me teaching you how to do this stuff. So if I can teach you how to do it once and you can propagate those same things throughout whatever template you use, that's my goal, is to get you trained to where you're not even thinking that you're working, but you're doing some heavy lifting. Okay, all right, so this is going to be mock-up 2. I'm going to save that as a JPEG. So pillows is definitely one of those things. We did ties and pocket squares, socks, of course. So I don't think I've done pillows as a class yet, but pillows would just be just as simple. So I will definitely, tell me something that you do pillows designs for. Like, what's a thing that you typically will do with pillows? I know remembrance and memorial images are popular for the pillows, but what else are y'all doing for the pillows? As I have my mock-ups, I'm that much closer to getting this uploaded. Oh, and just to let y'all know too, since y'all are here with me now, on the 27th, we're doing a 40% off flash sale for 24 hours only. So I'm just letting y'all know, giving y'all a heads up now. I'll probably make a little announcement tomorrow so you all know to put you a couple of coins aside. All of the ink, the blanks, and the templates will be 40% off. And it'll just be for those 24 hours. Oh yeah, for you said welcoming the baby, anniversary. I think of the baby blankets too. Cool. Yeah, Cheryl, thank you. Every month I try to pick at least one day where I honor you all and do like a random flash sale. Usually, I don't know if we're going to do 40% off next time. I think we're going to do 30% off next time. But it usually is some significant savings that people really look forward to, and I know it helps a lot of people, especially if you can't wait to do that. It helps you, stock up on your ink and supplies, and also like if you are waiting, to grab a few different templates, you're able to do that. Cheryl, that's going to be the 27th, which is Friday, I believe. Yep, it's going to be Friday. And it'll be the Innate Lab site. And I'll post an announcement on my TikTok, Instagram, Facebook group, business Facebook page, as well as I'll probably even make a YouTube video just to remind everybody. So some way it should touch you and remind you that we're having a flash sale, okay? Latrice, yeah, this diploma certificate on a pillow. That sounds like a good project, and I do have a diploma certificate, so that that template would work. Absolutely. No, Chrissy Poo, I don't have the large bottles anymore. I know what you're talking about. I just do the Pro Ink and then the 127 bottles. It just got to where I was trying to cut down on different SKUs and make sure that I can offer more deeper discounts on the products because I can offer better quantity discounts. So I don't have those large bottles anymore. Yeah, I like all the feedback. Y'all are definitely helping me. Oh, the class for Atlanta, Nicole, those are being uploaded this week. As a matter of fact, I'm putting those up as we speak. I'm building those classes. So there's one, this Atlanta is 9/11, so that's September 11th. We have locked in for Atlanta, and then I think the one after that is we got Chicago and Houston and then California, I believe. They'll make me lie, but that's when I'm gonna upload them to the site, and then we'll talk about those as well. But basically, what we did was we did. Let me show y'all what we did in that class. There we go. And we have one this weekend, actually this Saturday in Jacksonville. So if you're in the Jacksonville area or want to make it to the Jacksonville area, whenever we do a destination workshop, we are starting off doing this for all of the destination workshop locations, and then we'll start to add and change up some of the classes as we make our ways around. Oh yeah, for the thing about the Academy, and I'm going to just break it to you like this, Rona, the Academy already has the sale built into it. So if you're a member, you get 67% off if you are a $30 a month member, and then you get 75% off if you are a $60 a month member. So the best thing I can tell you for that is to just join, even if you're just joining a single month, and then use that coupon code off to get whatever you need for that month. That's the best way that I can tell you to use your advantage on the Academy, because the way the Academy is set up, basically the people that are going to get the discounts are the members, and that's just how I really wanted it to be for those dedicated members. Yeah, Corey will know the classes, and Corey comes to all the classes, so she probably never has to buy a class. But when you do, as a $60 member, and you use your 75% off coupon code, the class is $7.50 with the class plus the template. So really and truly, that's not just affordable, that is like insanely priced. So I do that because the people who are dedicated to purchasing monthly, it's kind of my lifeline, my lifeblood. That's the reason why I'm on here every single week, to give back to that community. And one thing I don't want to do is is take from what that community really builds. I'm not sure. So for Atlanta, if we do the cut and sew class, it may or may not be the bathing suit, and it will be on that Sunday. I have to see if Q is available to do that. So we haven't committed to doing it yet. I'm not sure if she's going to be able to do that cut and sew live with us on Sunday. But that's a very good question. Yeah, for Atlanta, we're going to keep 9/11. I just wasn't certain if that was the best date for everybody, because I know that there's a lot of back to school stuff going on and just a lot of things in the making, and I wanted to really make sure, because I know Atlanta should be should be our heavier attendance, and I want to make sure that I can definitely accommodate you all. Thank you, Teresa. Teresa says it's worth the monthly cost. You learn a lot. Yeah, the Academy is definitely It's one of my packs a punch kind of deals. Like, as long as you take advantage of it, make sure you get access to your courses regularly and actually do the courses, or at least, you know, download the templates and stay on top of these things. If you just were in it for the templates alone, let's say you never wanted to hear my voice or watch me edit a template, or actually watch your classmates edit a template, then the templates alone are worth the $30 a month, even the $60 a month. But to be able to have access to the classes, join the live classes, unlock some of the classes ahead of time at a very deep discount, those things are the benefits to being in the membership. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You're welcome. All right, love. So yes, 8/28 is Jacksonville, 9/11 is Atlanta, and I will be uploading those. It's a first come, first serve, limited space and seating, because we have to make sure that we have enough space for us to not be all up on one another with this COVID thing still rearing its ugly head. So so there are limited seats available for any of the workshops that we do. Okay. All right, my loves. Well, I'll go ahead and get this updated. If y'all have any other questions for me, make sure that you comment in the Innate Creatives Facebook group, and contact Erica Kane if you absolutely need assistance. She's definitely the reason why I'm able to even do what I do right now. So she has the majority of the answers. I won't put it on her and say she has all of them, because y'all will really be bothering her, but she has the majority of the answers to any questions that you have. We have our coaches, our verified and certified business partners and coaches, and they're able to help you with, if you need one-on-one help with editing a template, or you just need a PNG designed, or you need prints done. They are authorized to help with artwork, coach you through a Zoom session that's one-on-one for you to get through your artwork and your Photoshop needs. They're also authorized to do 13x19 prints, all the way up to the large format prints, and even some of them do production for you. So if you need somebody to know their work, I've seen them grow through the academy. I have witnessed them performing the work that you all need done, and they are an extension of me, essentially. Okay, so I'll be doing more to introduce those coaches to you all through some of the lives. Y'all saw LaQuisha last live. She's one of our coaches, and Corey is one of the coaches. Tanya, let's see who else we have. Sherry. I'm just thinking off the top of my head, so if I forget anyone, I really didn't intentionally do it. But like I said, I'll introduce them to you through videos. We'll do sessions together, and you'll get a chance to see their working style and their teaching style. Vicky, I'm trying to think of who else we have. Shanon. So we have quite a few coaches who are really able to help push you through, and Erica is one too. she might not boast about it, but she definitely can coach as well. All right, so I appreciate y'all, and I love you dearly, and until next time, you know what it is. Bye.